Changqing is the second day of competition here at the Cup of China 2025. First day was fantastic. We had all the short programs and the rhythm dance. Today we've got all the free skates lined up for you. It's going to be a busy day of competition. We've got the free dance coming up in just a moment or two. That will be followed by the women's free at around 4:30 local time. 6:40 the men's free, and 8:50 the pairs free. Place filling up all the time. This really is a super venue. Well, if you didn't see the rhythm dance, the situation going into this, we've got Madison Chock and Evan Bates out in front with a great score of 84.44. They really did skate very, very well in the rhythm dance. There's confirmation of how they'll go in the free dance. 10 teams in reverse order. A few surprises, it has to be said, in the rhythm dance. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons had a tumble, so they go into this lying in 7th place, as did Olivia Smart and Tim Deek. They'll be the last team to skate in the opening group. But, one of the standout teams was the American team of Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik, who go into this line in 2nd place with a personal best score. They got 80.43 in the rhythm dance. A couple of teams getting season's best as well. Joy Demibou and Théo Mercier for France. In fact, both French teams got season's best. And Genia Lopereva and Jeffrey Briseau, who go into this line in 3rd place, they got a season's best score. So fantastic stuff. We're just about ready to get underway with the action here. Stage management of these events, so good. So there we go. First 5 teams ready for their introductions. Scene is set. Really exciting free dance, and to get us underway, it'll be the team from China lying in 10th place. They've got a score of 58.61. This is Tiao and Ling Hao He. Staying with Team China, Junfei Ren and Jian Ding will be 2nd to go. Enjoying the experience here. They'll be followed by the teammates lying in 8th place. Xin Yu Wang and Xingyun Liu. Very relaxed. There's some butterflies in there somewhere. And then Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, got to put the disappointment of yesterday behind them, come out strong here. Yeah, took a tumble on the twizzle yesterday. But I've got to say, up until that point, they looked really, really sharp. And last to go, disappointed to be in the first group. Olivia Smart, Tim Deek for Spain. They go into this lying in 6th place. The free dance from last year, June, which worked so well for them. Remember, they finished in 6th place in the World Championships, but in the free dance they were in 3rd, which was fantastic. There's confirmation of how they'll go in this opening group.
These two are the national bronze ice dance medalists who also captured the bronze in the Trophée Métropole Nice Côte d'Azur in 2023. They're currently in 10th place. Please welcome from People's Republic of China,
First team. both 18 years of age. Now, being happy in the Asian Winter Games, competed in the Cup of China last year as well.
They started as a new ice dance team last season.
They'll be followed by Junfei Ren, Jining Xing, runners-up in the Asian Winter Games in Harbin. Another team who competed in the Cup of China last year, but they finished in 9th. That's exactly where they go into it. They see it, love to pull up a place if they possibly can. They're looking pretty sharp. Some Astor Piazzolla for their free dance. They're a team that we've seen before. They're both 31 years of age. Shi Huang and Ding Sun Yu. He did in the Olympic Winter Games where they finished in 12th place. But as high as 13th in the World Championships. That was back in 2020. Good to see him here. Finished in 4th place in the skate to Milano. Got a wealth of experience. They go into this lying in 8th place. Now, it has to be said, this was a disappointing rhythm dance for these two. Caroline Green, Michael Parsons for the USA. They look so sharp at the beginning of the rhythm dance, but he took a tumble on the twizzle, and that cost them dearly. So they go into this lying in 7th place. Got some work to do, and they could make up some ground here. Yeah, showing some real quality out there in the warm-up. Test of character. They've really come out and put the mistake from yesterday behind them, as do these two, Olivia Smart and Tim Deek. Must be really disappointed to go into this lying in 6th place. 10 points off the podium. So this really is a stunning free dance. Be haunting to see that. Yeah, tumble on the step, and it was a small mistake, but it cost them so many points. Today it cost them around 5 or 6 points. So closing minutes of the warm-up now, and skaters getting their last technical elements in. So ready to get underway with the action. So 3 teams from China, a team from the USA, and 1 from Spain in this opening group. Looking ahead to the final group, we've got the Koreans who's going to get us off. Hannah Lim and Joy Demagu and Theo Lemercier from France will follow them. Then Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Prizeau. Then the 2 American teams, Ilya Zingas and Vadim Koletnik, and Drape in rhythm dance. Roxy Jock and Evan Bates will be last to go. So on with the action in this opening group now. And to get us underway, lying in 10th place, 58.61. Their points they take through with them. Ziji Jiao and Ling Hao He from Survivor the Music.
Thought I couldn't breathe without you. I'm inhaling. Thought I couldn't see without your perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on top. Thought it would be over by now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Living in my years to come, still with me here. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. As I walk through frozen sands, through the flames of burning lands, my feet are torn, they're torn to strands. I will not thirst. As I cross the raging sea, waves are crashing over me. They drag me down, they drag me down. But I will not drown. They'll know my name. After the storms are passing through, they'll know my name. When they've forgotten all about you, they're calling out my name. And I shall rise, oh will I shall rise, again and again. I shall rise, oh will I shall rise, again and again. I shall rise, oh will I shall rise, again and again. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor. Keep on surviving. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor. Keep on surviving. I'm a survivor.
What a super way to start this free dance. Very, very well done to Zizi Jiao and Ling Hao He from China. Fabulous stuff. They certainly survived their way through that free dance. No problems at all. That was great to see. technical panel reviewing 3 of the 9 elements. They're looking at the twizzles at the moment. In real time, they're getting level 4s, which is great for them. So it looks as though that's been locked in with a level 4. Team here that train in Montreal, Patrice Lazin,
through
greeting them at the door.
Through the flames of burning lands, my feet are torn, they're torn to strands. I will not thirst.
Great look, good unison on this. Difficult entry into that first twizzle, free leg extended, using the arms as well.
Waves are crashing over me. They drag me down. They drag
A right forward outside twizzle. It's a difficult one. Got to be careful not to rock backwards and forwards on the skate too much. Really good ice coverage from this team. Difficult entry into the rotational lift and good speed through the rotation. Yeah, some great highlights in this program. So there's part of the coaching team. Okay, so their personal best score in the free dance is 95.07. Remember, they've got 58.1 from the rhythm dance. It's pretty toasty out there, I can tell you. Team that were runners-up in the national championships last year. 10 the 4 continents championships as well. Well, they're keeping them waiting.
The scores, please.
Here we go.
Xiao Zixi and He Linghao have earned 85.31
So
points.
85.31, no deductions in there. You can see the components score a little bit muted there.
Our next speakers represent People's Republic of China.
So they're ready to tango. The Chinese national champions lying in 9th place. This is Junfei Ren and Jianing Tsing. a shame. Just a little mistake there from Junpei on the twizzle. Oh, yes. Really like this pair. What a super effort.
Representing the
The
People's Republic of China.
Chinese national champions, Junpei Ren and Jianing Xing. Super. A team that have not been together that long. It's their second season together, but looking very, very strong here. Competed in the World Championships for the first time last year, finished in 31st place there, so didn't make it into the free dance. 12th in the Four Continents Championships they were as well. They've got a really good team around them. Spend their time training in Montreal in Canada and in Beijing. So they split their training times. It was a really good choice of music for them. Tango by Piazzolla. Very, very strong right from the off. Love the way they got into character even before the music started. Very good posture, so important. And there, the little costume change. Fantastic highlight of the program. Just one small error on the twizzles. Wasn't that good? Yeah, when they got the transitions right, they were seamless. So important to have a really strong back when you're doing the tango and keep the drama going all the way through the program. I think they did that really well, stayed in character from start to finish. And that's so important when you pick a piece of music like this. So their personal best score in the free dance is 95.37. Got that in the Four Continents Championships last year. They're chasing that 85.31 from their teammates. That set of twizzles, the only element looking down that got them a negative grade of execution, and that was just a mistake from Julfei. So apart from that, everything getting the thumbs up from the judges, which is important for them. So 84.19 or more should get them the lead. I fancy their chances of doing that. Remember, they've been way over 90 points before, so let's see if they can do it again here. Yeah, 93.43. They go shooting into the lead. Fabulous stuff. Judges really enjoyed that. I hope you did at home as well. I certainly did. Well done, Julfei Ren and Jining Ding.
Our next skater is representing the People's Republic of China.
So we're staying with Team China, and this a team with a wealth of experience. They've competed in the Olympic Winter Games. They've been close to a top 10 finish in the World Championships before, but that was a few moons ago, 2021, the last time they competed at Worlds. We wish them well here. They go into this lying in 8th place. This is Shiyu Wang and Xingyu Liu. Music from the Batman theme. Well, these two have a great look out there on the ice. He's a tall guy, so it makes the ice coverage very, very impressive indeed. Yeah, they look really pleased with how that went. So, Chi Wang, Xin Liu for China. The thing that struck me about these two was that they'd chosen a piece of music that's powerful, strong, very, very demanding. You really have to give of yourself out there throughout this 4-minute free dance. And there were places throughout the program where I felt like they just could have gone the extra mile, just given it a little bit more. Don't know how you felt about that. No major mistakes out there, which is, of course is very, very important. And you can see Patrice really, really thrilled with how things went. Great look at the beginning there from Shi Hu. And this was super. And they kept the rotation going really, really well on that. Such a difficult entry into the lift and a great position once they got there. Super balance point from him. There's no doubting the quality from these two. Wonderful control throughout those twizzles. That right forward outside one, the unison between them very good. I think when you're a striking fielder like he is, you really have to make sure that your ice coverage and your commitment to every movement is 110%. Love the innovation throughout the program. Yeah, really fun. Okay, well, they've been over 100 points before. That was in the Skate to Milano qualifier in Beijing. Got 101.24 there. Yeah, they've done it again. 103. It's a season's best score. Very, very good. So there they are, our new leaders. Pleased as punch with that.
Our next leaders represent the United States of America. Caroline Green and Michael Parsons.
Important words from Coach Charlie White. He's been there, done it, written the book, and starred in the film. Now, what's going on here? Are they okay? I think we've got a withdrawal on our hands here. Caroline Green, Michael Parsons.
From the United States of America, Caroline Green and Michael Parsons have withdrawn from the competition.
Ah, what a shame. To be honest, he didn't look comfortable out there. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, you can see he's quite emotional. Both of them are. But we wish them well. It was a tough skate in the rhythm dance, and if we get any more news, we'll let you know. Bit of disappointment for the American duo. So there'll be a bit of delay now. We don't have to go straight on with the next team. They'll be given the allotted time slot that they had to start their free dance, which is about 3 or 4 minutes time. So just hang on to your hats. No rush for the next team. It's difficult for them. Of course, Olivia Smart and Tim Deek for Spain, who go into this line in 6th place. This is another team who, it has to be said, things didn't go as planned in their rhythm dance. Was using these few minutes just to get their skating legs back on, and it's a good thing to do. They've got to keep their focus, keep their attention. So while these two are warming up, I'll just give you a heads up of what's to look forward to today. We've got the women's free coming up after this. It's about 30 local time. That'll be followed by the men's free at 6:40, and the final event of the day at 10 to 9 this evening, the pairs free. Could not be more exciting. Alyssa Liu was sensational in women's events. So let's focus on these two now, and it is very, very important for them to keep their focus, not get phased by that before. They look pretty relaxed. If you use the time correctly and you can keep the focus, this can play in your favor. Then they're ready. To see the place filling up all the time, and I think as the evening progresses, the place will be back to the gunwales. The crowd have been pretty vocal. They've got right behind the skaters, which is super to see. They really do love their figure skating here in China. Is of course the second Grand Prix in a series of 6. We're off to Skate Canada next weekend, NHK the weekend after, then to Lake Placid for Skate America, and the final event, the Finlandia Trophy in Helsinki. But we're back underway now, and on the ice, lying in 6th place, a team from Spain. This is Olivia Smart and Tim Deek. Wonderful program from music from the Dune soundtrack. If you've never seen this before, you're in for a treat. just stunning. I don't know about you, I could watch that program all day.
Representing Spain, Olivia Smart and Tim Deep.
Wasn't it great? Yeah, Dune Part 2 from Olivia Smart and Tim Deek. Well, they got a huge score for that at free dance in the World Championships in Boston last year, 103.71. And that was their personal score. Remember, that was the third best free dance in the world last year. It's certainly very, very tough out there. I think they'll be pleased with it. Good start to the season for them. Of course, they have competed already once this year in the Nepalan Memorial. Won gold there. A little bit of a stutter in the rhythm dance yesterday. And that's why they go into this lying in sixth place. And they will have been disappointed to be down in sixth, but that performance should, well, certainly will give them the lead here. But it's for how long? That's the key thing. So many wonderful highlights. The thing I love about this program is the resistance that they have with every single movement, the innovation all the way through the program. So much going on all the time. Just look at that. You can imagine they had a lot of fun putting this together. And it really has worked well for them. Roman and Samuel Schuin are the choreographers of this program. This was brilliant. Isn't that amazing? Well, blood, sweat and tears over there. Well, no tears.
Gracias a todos. Gracias.
Okay, let's see if they get close to 123.71 that they got. Yeah, 120.14. It's really, really good. That's a very, very good way for them to start the season. Redemption, I think, here from Olivia Smart and Tim Deep. They shoot into the lead and probably will be leading for a little while to come.
Well, it's good for early in the season. Step up. It's 2 points more.
So let's take a look at it. That's the situation at the halfway point. Still no news on Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. Wishing them all the very best. Been a tough weekend for them, but it is Olivia Smart and Tim Deek out in front as we move on to group number 2 here in this free dance. So to get us underway, the team from the People's Republic of Korea lying in 5th place, Hannah Lim and Ye Kwan. Second to go, Lachoya Demagou and Theo Lemercier lying in 4th place. Could they get onto the podium here? They've got some work to do. Their teammates just in front of them, these really, really pleased with how things went in the rhythm dance, trying something a little bit different. It worked for them. Evgenia Loporeva, Jeffrey Brizeau in 3rd place. This is best score for them in the rhythm dance. Can they do it again in the free? These two were exceptional. They got a personal best Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA. Can they keep the momentum going here in the free? We're going to find out shortly. But the leaders, and they were also thrilled with how things went. 84 points. They've got just over 4-point lead going into this. Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Really in a class of their own. Looks so, so good in the rhythm dance. It's the first competition of the season for them. And it was a bit nervy. Not quite sure if the programs are going to work under the pressure of competition, but I can tell you what, their rhythm dance worked perfectly. Yeah, the Lenny Kravitz's number was great. It's painted black lined up for the free dance. Anyway, we'll focus on them in a moment or two. Let's take a look at Hannah Lim and Yi Kong from the People's Republic of Korea. She's 19, he's 24. These two, the two-time national champions. They were junior champions back in 2020, competed in the World Championships last year, where they finished in 18th place. They were 6th in the Four Continents Championships. But more importantly, they go into this after finishing in 4th place in the Kinoshita Group Cup in Osaka and a bronze medalist in the Lake Placid International. So was a season's best score for these two, which is always a good thing. Joy Demagou and Theo Lemercier from France. She's 23, he's 26 years of age. Music for their free, The Curse of the Sad Money. Some Imagine Dragons as well. Bit of a mix there for them. These two 15th in the World Championships last year. Been as high as 5th in the European Champions. And lying in 3rd place, another team who got a season's best score in the rhythm dance. Runners-up in the European Championships last year. Twice 8th place in the World Championships, Evgenia Lopreva, Jeffrey Brizeau. Music by Bjork to start their free dance. These two finished in 4th place in the Nepala Memorial Trophy. That's the only competition they've done this season so far. Got 111 points on the free dance there. Just to remind you, it's Olivia and Tim's score, 120.14 on the free dance. So they've really put the pressure on these teams. They can't put a foot wrong. As we look at Emilia and Vadim, these two so impressive in the rhythm dance. A team that finished in 4th place in the national championships last year, were 5th at the Four Continents, but they've had a good run up to this. Runners up in the Kinoshita Group Cup in Osaka. That's the only competition they've participated in this year. So the 3-time world champions, they've a wealth of experience, these two. Olympic champions in the team event. They've won the Four Continents Championships 3 times. They've been the Grand Prix final winners a couple of times as well. And they go into this in the lead. They really were sensational in the rhythm dance and loved the interpretation to music from Lenny Kravitz. And here, painted black, the music. Just wonder if that skirt's going to get in the way a little bit. It's a great look, isn't it? So much sophistication. Yeah, they've been together 14 years. It's amazing, isn't it? 14 glorious years. Well, I'm sure there's been their ups and downs, but not that we would know. But they really do look great out there. Of course, Madison takes great pride in designing the costumes. Oh, I love that look. So Hannah Lim and Yi Khan for the People's Republic of Korea, first to go, lying in 5th place. Then we've got 2 French teams, Choi Demagou and Théo Lemercier from France. Season's best, remember yesterday. Can they do it again here? Evgeny Lopareva and Jeffrey Brazeau will follow them, lying in 3rd place. Another team who got a season's best, and with a personal best, Emilia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA, lying in 2nd place, will be 4th to go. And last, the leaders, the world champions, Madison Chock and Evan Bates.
Our next skater is representing the Republic of Korea.
接下来登场的是韩国组合。
Lim Hana and Hwan Ye.
So here we go. Lying in 5th place, representing the People's Republic of Korea. We wish them well here. Dageo for strings, the music. Skating from Hannah Lim and Yi Kwan. Fantastic stuff. And it's just what the doctor ordered when you look at those green lights all the way across. Positive GOEs on every element for Hannah Lim and Yi Kwan for the People's Republic of Korea. Well done, guys.
Representing the Republic of Korea,
韩国组合。
Lim Hana and Kwon Gae.
Yeah, they really do get stronger every time you see them. I thought they came out there, skated that program with a lot of passion and technically very, very good. And they really are pushing it. Remember, these two got up at, 114 points in the World Championships a couple of years ago. They've not been able to get close to that in recent years, but 105.17, their best score for the season so far. Wonder whether they can beat that with that performance. They need 113.84 to go into the lead.
I don't know where to find you.
Went into this with over a 6-point lead over Olivia and Tim. And I can tell you they might well need it because they did skate very well, the Spanish team. That program is something else, but it's a real indication of how these two have improved. That they're in contention here, there's no doubt about it. So of course the goal will be to be leading after this, and they gave it their best shot. I'm just looking down at every single element still, even after the technical panel have taken a look. Yeah, every element has a positive GOE, and some of the grade of executions very, very good indeed.
Oh, nice ending.
Yeah, they've done well. So it's 113.84 they need to go into the lead. 105 is their best score. It's a good score. Season's best score, 112.11. It is second place. They slot in behind Olivia and Tim, who move up a place. But fantastic stuff. Things really going in the right direction for Hannah Lim and Yi Kwan. Brilliant.
Our next skaters represent France.
接下来登场的
So we've got
罗谢de Bougeot
two teams from France
and Mercier.
lined up for you now. Going into this, lying in fourth place. Their bid for a medal here in the Cup of China. They got a season's best in the rhythm dance yesterday by nearly 2 points. So that was a mighty fine skate. Let's see if they can do it again here. Cheer Demagogue, Theo Le Mercier. Curse the sad mummy.
The stage is set. You will be poetry.
Every child in Valorant has heard the tale before about the cursed mommy boy who felt his heart no more. So sad and lorn, the helpless lad, Amumu was his name. He ventured out to find a friend and learn about his pain.
Which is the lie? The mask? Or my face? Art is worth the pain.
But they've got a great look, these two. And that was a very, very intense free dance indeed. Really enjoyed it. Joy Demagou and Theo Lemercier from France. Challenge there for a medal. You can see it's physically very, very demanding out there. It's hot in the arena. Makes this 4-minute free dance pretty tough, that's for sure. You've got to be fit to get through that. You can see he's struggling to get his breath. And they gave that everything, that's for sure. Love to get on the podium here at the Grand Prix if they possibly can. They competed in the Cup of China last year where they finished in 7th place. They were 5th in the NHK Trophy last year. But this is a much, much better start to their season, going into this lying in 4th place. And they couldn't have given it any more yesterday in the rhythm dance. Now the pressure really is on them. They need a season's best score here in the free. Really smooth transitions on all of the elements. Just looking down at the dance spin that they get a negative GOE on, losing about a 1/4 point on that. Technical panel reviewed it, it's got a level 3. Everything else, positive GOEs, the twizzles getting level 4s. 1 foot movement getting 2s, that's a little bit less than Olivia and Tim. Yeah, the levels, they're losing on a little bit compared to the leaders at the moment, and the score looks to me as though it's not going to be quite as high. They need 113 to go into the lead. They're not going to do that. It is 3rd place, and that I think 3rd overall. Yeah, they're going to drop a couple of places. So it's good news for Hannah and Yi, who move up a spot, and Olivia and Tim move a couple of places. Still leading with 3 to go.
Our skaters represent France.
接下来登场的是法国组合。
and Geoffrey Buisseau.
So they were super in the rhythm dance yesterday. They got a season's best score, the silver medalists in the European Championships. Here with some music from Bjork. This is Evgenia Lopareva and Geoffrey Buisseau. Well, it's a beautiful program, that's for sure, and it needed to be good because the pressure really was on for these two. They handled it well. I think it was a good response. Evgenia Lopareva, Jeffrey Briseau for France. Their challenge for a medal here
Representing France,
at the Capuchin.
Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Brissot.
Well, these two made it into the Grand Prix finals last year. They were bronze medalists in Skate Canada. They won the Grand Prix de France in Angers. And then they finished in 6th place in the finals. It's important as well for these two to send a message to the teams that competed last week. Remember Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson, who finished in 2nd place. They got 125.86 in their free dance. And that stunning performance from Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Guillaume Cizeron for France got them 133 points. I don't think many teams are going to get close to that, if any, but we'll see. But important is to get 120 if they possibly can. European Championships last year, they got 124.01. That's when they won the silver medal. Could they get close to here? It's early on in the season. They only need 109 points to go into the lead, so you're pretty sure they're going to do that. I think they've done enough to stave off the challenge from Olivia Smart and Tim Deek, who lead at the moment. Anxious moments, though, for them. So can they get close to 120 points? Even Alison Reed and Salios Ambrolevicius last week, 120.27. Yes, not quite 120, but 118.98. It is the season's best again for these two. So a job well done. Evgenia and Jeffrey locked in for a medal here. Well, they are locked in.
Our next skaters representing the United States of America.
接下来登场的是美国组合。
Emily Singles and Nadine Kolesnik.
Well, they skated their socks off yesterday. Can they do it again here in the free? They go into this lying in 2nd place. Fantastic for them. Amelia Dingas and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA. Romeo and Juliet, the music. Well, it had all the drama that you'd expect from that powerful piece of music. Romeo and Juliet, the music, of course, Emil Gat and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA, the skaters. Yeah, they've had a good time here in Chongqing, in China. It's been a good couple of days for their career. Season's best score in the rhythm dance, and I'll tell you what, they may well do it again here. Looking down, the grade of execution really, really good. The technical panel just looking at that 1 foot movement, giving him a 3, and she's got a level 2 on that at the moment. Twizzles look good, level 4s on that. The spin was a 4. Yeah, technically the program very, very strong. Now, judges go with them on the component score, which I think they may well do. It could be a huge score for Amelia and Vadim. Really hope so. They've certainly made a mark here at the Cup of China. Competed in the Grand Prix last season, finished 5th in both of their Grand Prix events. In fact, they did that the year before. That's the highest they've been in a senior Grand Prix, 5th place. Yeah, beautiful. Balance point great, the transition in and out of the lift, so good. I've got to say, everything they did was smooth as silk. And they kept that drama going, didn't they, all the way through. Fabulous choreography. Eagle Spiel Band, who choreographed the rhythm dance. It was Benoit Richaud who choreographed the free dance. Well, they look pleased. Eagle's smiling. Mind you, he always is. So, let's see. What do they need? 116.18. They're going to do that. Can they get a season's best? They can. 121.84. That is a new personal best by, what, nearly 3 points. They can't believe it. Brilliant stuff. Can you believe it? Exciting times for Amelia and Vadim. 1 to go, and they lead.
Our final skaters represent the United States of America.
最后登场的是美国组合。
Madison Chalk and Evan Bates.
Well, they were stunning in the rhythm dance, and you sense more of the same here. Paint It Black, the music. The skating from the incomparable 3-time and reigning world champions, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates for the USA. just stunning. Well, real intensity throughout that free dance from Madison Chock and Evan Bates for Team USA. You know that program's going to get stronger and stronger as the season gets on. Fantastic stuff.
Madison Chalk and Evan Bates.
It always amazes me how people can take a song and interpret it in different ways. When you think about the song Painted Black, which was originally written while the Rolling Stones were in Fiji for 3 days. And it was inspired really more by Indian and Middle Eastern sounds. Remember, they even had a guitar in the music. I think it's fascinating to see them come out here and interpret that song with the tango feel and the flamenco feel to it. It's fascinating to watch, and it worked really, really well. Love that. And using the skirts as a part of a prop, it really... I thought, to be honest, when they're in the warm-up, I thought it was going to get in the way, but you can see how she's using it all the way through the program. And it worked really, really well. Every single super slow-mo shows the intensity. It shows how much they're giving of themselves throughout the performance. And that's really what makes these two special. Yes, technically they are very, very good indeed, but you've got to go the extra mile. Magnificent balance point. There's some core strength there. Raging bull. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her, would you? Only joking. Brilliant. Well done, Madison and Evan. Super stuff. Now, looking back to last week, 133.02 was the score on the free dance from Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Guillaume Cizeron, the winners of the Grand Prix de France in Angers. So they want to get close to that. Was it that good? I've got to say, Laurence and Guillaume, for me, perhaps we're at another level. But that's not taking anything away from Madison and Evan. So let's see. They're going to lead, they're going to win, but by how much? It's 123.81, so that in fact less than Lila and Lewis got last weekend as well. Now, you can't say it's completely like for like, but it's an interesting comparison. So winners here in the Cup of China, Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Second place, Amelia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik. Didn't they do well? And Evgenia Lopareva and Jeffrey Brizeau for France finish in third place. Olivia Smart and Tim Deek gave it their best shot. They in fact finished third on the free dance, but they just left themselves with too much to do after a disappointing rhythm dance. That's the situation further down. But what a great start to the proceedings today, this second day of competition, in fact the final day of competition here in the Cup of China 2025. Lots more to look forward to if you enjoyed that. Medals decided in all 4 disciplines today. Chance for us to look back at some of the highlights from the free dance. while the ice is being prepared. And we look forward to what's in store for us today. We've got the women's free coming up next, and we got then the men's free, then the pairs free. But a chance now to go down and listen to the winners, Madison Chock and Evan Bates in the kiss
好
and
的，现
cry.
场的观众朋友们，让我们把
Let's hear what
热
they've
烈的
got to
掌
say.
声送给冠军美国组合。Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer for the champion of ice dance, USA, Madison Chock and Evan Bates. 那刚刚你们发挥了非常精彩的表现，现在可不可以和我们现场所有的观众朋友们来分享一下你们现在的感受 ？You guys just really good, really amazing job. So could you please share with us your feeling right now?
Well, we're so happy to perform in front of everyone here in Chongqing. Thank you so much for your support. We had so much fun performing our free skate for you, and 谢谢。
好的，他表示呢，今天的表现也非常的让他自己满意，也非常感谢现场所有的朋友们给他们带来的支持。那这已经是你们第6次参加中国杯的赛事，也终于在这里获得了一枚金牌。也是否这让你对你们即将到来的米兰冬奥会充满了信心 ？So this is your 6th appearance at the Cup of China. You're finally taken the gold here. Does this performance give you extra confidence to the Milan Winter Olympics?
It definitely does. We're so grateful each time we get a chance to come to China and perform 6 times for Cup of China, as well as 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. And we're just so grateful for the opportunity to come here and to perform. It's our season debut, so this is the first performance of this free dance. We're thrilled with how it went and looking forward to growing this program for the future.
他们表示呢，已经是第6次来到参加中国杯的赛事，终于得到一枚金牌，也非常的激动与开心，也非常感谢现场所有的朋友们带给他们的支持。那我们今天的所有中国观众朋友们都非常喜欢你们的表演，有没有想和我们中国的粉丝们说些什么 ？So, would you like to share something to the fans here?
Thank you so much for your support. It was so much fun performing for you. We hope we can come see you again soon.
他们表示非常感谢我们现场所有朋友们的支持呢，再次让我们把掌声送给冠军美国组合。Thank you for your congratulations.
So there you go, Madison Chock, Evan Bates. Yeah, 6th time at the Cup of China. Seems scarcely credible, does it? Fantastic stuff. So just to give an update on Caroline Green and Michael Parsons, they withdrew, citing an injury from the rhythm dance yesterday. So we wish them all the best with that. Bitter disappointment for them. And he did take a rough old tumble on that twizzle yesterday. So wishing them all the best as we look back at some of the highlights. And Evgenia Lopareva, Jeffrey Brazeau, winners of the bronze medal here. The silver going to an ecstatic Amelia Zingas and Vadim Kolesnik for the USA. It's a 1-2 for Team USA in the ice dance. Could not be better for them. But the afternoon belongs to these two. Winners of the rhythm dance, winners of the free dance. The success continues. The 3-time and reigning world champions win the Cup of China 2025. Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Fantastic stuff. So we've got the women's free coming up for you in roughly 20 minutes time. So time for a quick cup of tea and a biscuit. We'll see you very shortly. But for now, from Chongqing,